In this lecture, I'll show you how to run or execute Python code. There are several ways, and we'll take a look at each of them. First, if you want to test some basic concepts or execute just a few Python instructions, you can write and execute them directly in the Python interpreter, and here you have two options. The first option is to open the interpreter from Windows command line or CMD and write all Python instructions there. Even if it works perfectly, this isn't recommended, or at least not for beginners. This is because it lacks the advanced features like autocompletion or color highlighting of keywords or errors. It will be harder for you to write your code here. However, this is how it's done. I'll go to Start, type CMD, and hit Enter. Now, I'll write Python and press the Enter key. The Python interpreter has just started, and here we can execute our Python instructions. The second option when executing Python using the Python interpreter is to use IDLE, which stands for Integrated Development and Learning Environment. On Windows, IDLE came by default with Python installation, so it's there. To open IDLE, just type in IDLE in Windows, Linux or Mac Start menu. And you'll see something like this. This is a Python shell or interpreter where you can write and execute short scripts and see their output immediately in real time. Each line starts with 3 greater than signs, and this is IDLE command prompt. Throughout this course, when we see 3 greater than signs, we'll know that the code has been executed in Python IDLE. Let's write something very simple like print hello Python. Congratulations, this was your first Python script. Now let's do something else. X equals 6, X. What I did is that I've created a variable called x that is equal to 6 and then printed out its value. In Python IDLE, it's not necessary to use the print function to see the value of a variable. You can just type in its name. Of course, you can also use the print function. We don't focus at this moment on variables or other Python programming concepts. We'll have a lot of time in the next lectures. For this moment, I just want to show you how to execute Python instructions in IDLE. Now, if you want to execute an instruction again, you simply go using the arrow keys to that line and press the Enter key. And we see how the instruction has been copied on the last line. I can modify it and run it again if I want. Another useful feature is the autocomplete or word completion. The application will predict the rest of a word a user is typing. This time, I'll create another variable that stores a string, a sequence of characters, name equals, and Andrei between single quotes. And then I write name, dot, and I am waiting. IDLE will open a pop-up with all methods and attributes available to string objects. One more time, don't focus on the language for the moment, just focus on Python IDLE. If you want to modify the completion's pop-up wait time, go to Options, Configure IDLE, General, and change the value from there. For example, I have 100 milliseconds for completion's pop-up wait time. In this window, you can also change other settings like font size and so on. If you want to save your work as a script or text file, just go to File menu and then click on Save, or save as. And I write script1.py. I am saving the script on my desktop. Also keep in mind that you can run as many simultaneous sessions of idle as you want without one interfering with the other. They will be completely separate working environments. I am opening another idle session. And then File, Open, and my script that has been saved on my desktop. In our course, we'll use idle a lot, especially for small tasks and examples. For more complex scripts, we'll use PyCharm, which is a professional Python IDE or integrated development environment.